Right, this is Eldad Amara. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe and share. Most of all, share and like the video. That way YouTube will show my video to a much wider audience. This is totally unrehearsed. I'm going right in for the throat. Right, there's some people out there who think that I dislike Christians, right, or that I'm a hater on religion. No, I'm not a hater on religion, right? I don't care if you're a Muslim, I don't care if you're a Christian, I don't care if you're a Jew or you follow some other faith. There's some people have been saying to me, why are you so hard on Christians? Why you put down all Christians? Why are you saying that they're all bad? No, I've not said that. If you listen to my words carefully, right, in past videos, I have not put down all Christians. I've put down Christians, the ones that I know, right, that I've had bad experiences with, and said that I don't see any ones that I've personally met, right, as being good. Now there's some people who've had very good experiences as being a Christian, right, and as meeting other fellow Christians. But you cannot tell me that amongst some of your congregation members, there are some of them that you know and I know are snakes. I've heard many comments where people have commented about being in a church congregation and certain people they don't get on with, or certain people they know aren't really Christians. I have followed this book. I've followed this book for most of my life. Yeah? For most of my life. Simply because my parents, right? My parents and my grandparents brought me up as a Christian. Right? And I went through many different faiths. I went through Seventh-day Adventist, right? Jehovah's Witness, Pentecostal church, yeah? To name but a few. There are many different congregations, right? Different denominations of religion. So which one is right? Everybody seems to think that their particular denomination is correct and right. So if your one is correct and right, what about all the rest? Right? You've got Lutherans, yeah? You've got Pentecostal church. You've got the Baptist church. Native baptism, right? You've got so many Jehovah's Witnesses, I've said, yeah? There's hundreds of different denominations. So which one is right? Which one is correct? And then you could go into the Muslim faith and it splits into two different sections, right? And then you go into Judaism, right? If you want to follow a faith, yeah, or a belief system, that is totally up to you. But don't put down other people and say because they don't follow your faith that you, right, personally going to go to heaven and they're going to go to hell. There's some people I know have sat there right in front of my face and they're supposed to be friends and then turn around and say to me they're going to heaven, right, because they believe in Christ. And because they believe in Christ, they're going to heaven and the rest of us are going to hell. You're supposed to be a Christian and you're saying to people that if they don't believe what you believe, that they are going to hell and you're going to heaven? When you're supposed to love your fellow man? See, I've got some issues or some problems with various different Christian denominations and religion in general. Right? As I've followed this book here for most of my life. Yeah? When I was younger, I had no, how would I say, no choice. I had no choice. But as I start to read this book and and go more deeper and deeper into it, right? And go through certain things in this Bible, right? And start to question things. It made me more and more aware. Where did this thing come from in the first place? Where did this thing come from in the first place? And wouldn't you rather know than to believe something? Do all these stories in this Bible, do they all make sense? Are they all 100% accurate? You see, I'm a believer in God, and I'm going to say it again. I am a believer in God. So for those of you who want to turn around and say that I blaspheme and I'm putting down certain Christians or certain denomination of Christians, right? Or certain Muslim faith or certain Jewish faiths, which show me in my video where I've been that specific to be putting down a certain congregation of people. And this book here was taken out of Africa, right? It's taken out of Africa and then reinvented and brought back into Africa, right? Under slavery. That is one of the biggest problems I have with this, right? This book was taken out of Africa, right? And then taken, changed, and then brought back into Africa. And not even all the books are here either. Yes, did you know that there's over 80 books in the King James's Bible? Do you know that? And about 14 books were removed. Yeah, about 14 books were removed. Check this, in 1684, the Vatican took out about 14 books. They were removed. I'll tell you some of the books. Esdras, right? The Book of Tobit, the Apostle of Jeremiah, and the Book of Enoch. The Book of Enoch. The Book of Enoch, I tell you, man, that's a deep, deep book. Yeah, there's been some translations of the Book of Enoch. Okay, but it makes me wonder, why did they take these books out? There's information in these books that those popes and people in the Vatican didn't want in there. Tell me this as well. Have you ever heard of an emperor called Constantine? A Roman emperor called Constantine. Right? He was in Rome somewhere between 1306 to 1337. 1306 to, I believe, to 1337. I want you to tell me, why is he so famous? Go into his works and tell me why this man, right, being the first emperor, yeah, the first Roman emperor to go over to Christianity. But why? I want you to do your research and come back and tell me why. Yes, I guess I was being a little bit harsh when I turned around and said that all the Christians that I've met, personally met, are being wicked, bad and evil. Right? I suppose that's been a little bit harsh. There are some good Christians out there. But again, I was talking about my own personal experiences. Now, I believe in God just like you do, except for my perspective, yeah, my belief in God is different from your belief. We're coming from different perspectives, and I think realistically we should learn to respect each other's various different beliefs of who is God. Moreover, even Jesus himself, right? Even Jesus himself knew that there were people who were wicked, yeah, and bad, and were calling themselves so-called Christians. Right? If you read in Matthew 7 verse 22 and 23, it says, "On that day many will say to me, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, and cast out demons, etc., etc." I'm just reading this in part. "And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you workers of lawlessness." See, even Jesus, that's if you believe in Jesus, know that there are people who profess to be good Christians, yeah, but they're nothing like that. And this has been my personal experiences. Yes, there's not all bad Christians. There's good Christians and there's bad Christians. Just like there's good Muslims and bad Muslims and good Jews and bad Jews. But in my own experience, I've been let down. I've been let down by so many people I put my confidence and faith in, and they let me down. Saying that they're Christians and they do something totally different from what I was expecting. See, you got all these people like the so-called Ku Klux Klan who claim to be Christians, but they're going around murdering and killing black people, hanging them and lynching them. Then you had like so-called missionaries going into Africa, yeah, with a Bible, and saying that basically they're heathens, taking to America, changing their name, hanging them, burning them, torturing them, right, and calling them subhuman or 3/5 human. These people profess to be so-called Christians who were doing this sort of thing. I go to Jamaica and I see churches just about on every street corner. I go to Miami and I see churches on almost every street corner. I go to Brazil. Just I've been to Brazil and I've seen churches on almost every street corner in the ghettos. Yeah? I've been to Dominican Republic and I've seen the same thing again. Churches everywhere, right? Lined up for the poor. Whilst the rich, right? And some of them with their wickedness have created some of these ghettos and put these churches in them. Put drugs in these ghettos. Yeah? Put guns in these ghettos. And then when you go to these rich areas, you don't see loads of churches. You don't see loads of drugstores. You don't see loads of liquor stores. People who put these churches and these drugstores in the ghetto know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. It's a form of mind control. Keep promising people heaven. Keep promising people heaven. Keep promising people the afterlife. Whilst down here, the rich are living their heaven down here right now. And that's why I got some problems with this Bible. It's been corrupted. It's been taken out of Africa and then reintroduced into Africa. Yeah? And now so many of us are following the book and we're not analysing and looking at where this book come from originally. Looking at its history, analysing and dissecting the Bible and reading it from cover to cover, from verse to verse, from the start to conclusion. See, me personally, some of the Bible is quite factual, but it's also been mixed up with a lot of fiction. So which bits do you know? Which bits do you know to follow? Which bits do you know to follow? Anyway, having said all this, I'm more into spirituality than into an organised religion. Your body, mind and soul, right, depends on this. Right? Your body, mind and soul depends on what you have been told. Don't take everything as being gospel. Right? There's some truths in the Bible but there's also some fallacies in the Bible. So which are the fallacies and which are the truths? Some people take the Bible as being literal and they believe every single thing down to the letter in the Bible. But is this true? Is it accurate? Is it fact? It's for you to do your research. Anyway, people, I'll leave you with this. God blew his breath into man, and man became a living soul. That means that every one of us has God within us. So why do we need a church? God blew his breath into man, and man became a living soul. So we're already a part of God. As I say, why do we need then to have an organized institution?